Shifting focus to the UK now, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak fears that Britain is headed towards a hung parliament. Sunak has urged his cabinet to come together in the face of mounting Labour popularity. Now, the statement comes following the local election results in the United Kingdom, where the Conservatives lost control of 478 council seats. Calling the poll results bitterly disappointing, Sunak insisted, and I'm quoting here, Conservative Party is the only one with the plan to deliver on the priorities of the people. Election expert Michael Thrasher reflected on the local poll results to estimate the number of votes respective parties can grab in the upcoming general elections. As per the predictions and analysis, Tories are expected to win 27% of the vote, an underwhelming figure as opposed to 40% in the year 2021. The Labour is expected to make gains, rising from 30 to 34%. Thrasher also concluded that despite having majority in the House of Commons, Labour could fall short of an overall majority. Reflecting on the analysis, Sunak suggested that Tories will face a hung parliament with the Labour as the largest party. He added Labour will have to rely on smaller parties to gain majority in the general elections. However, Labour has held ground over not forming an alliance with any small party, including the SNP. While Sunak said that he understood voters' frustrations, he showed confidence in Tories making a comeback for another term. Despite the Tory showdown in local polls, the party chairperson Richard Holden has said that Sunak will head the party into the general elections. The reassurance has put challenges over Sunak's leadership to rest. However, Tory critics have asked Sunak to shift the party to right. Just on Sunday, ex-Home Secretary Suella Braverman said that Sunak's plan was not working. Taking a jibe at him, she said that the Prime Minister should change course to a more right-bent approach to win back the Tory supporters. Now remember, Braverman is one of the harshest critics of Sunak. She did not ask for the leader to step down. She said that changing a leader right ahead of general election was actually impossible.
Removed back to your country, if it's safe, or to a safe...
Now, to understand things better, we earlier spoke to Nicholas Nugent, who is a senior journalist and former BBC editor. Listen to what he had to say.
Well, I agree that the Conservative Party appears to be in chaos, in a complete mess after these results, with no hope of winning the next election. And when they get into a situation like that, you get a lot of bickering within the party, between the right wing, the centre, the left, arguing that they should change their agenda. But it's all far too late for that, because we need a general election within the next 8 months. The expectation is it'll be in October, but it could be sooner, it could be later. It's the Prime Minister's prerogative to choose when to call the election. And instinctively, he would call it when he felt the Conservatives had the best chance of winning. Well, clearly they don't have any chance of winning, so he might call the election sooner rather than later. We have to be ready for that. But his comment that you've quoted, that he thinks there'll be a hung parliament next time round, I'm afraid I discount entirely, because the figures from this election, and it wasn't a universal election, let me stress that, much of Britain, but for example, Scotland didn't have voting at all last week. So the indications from this selective local election are that the Labour Party would romp home easily and not need the support of any other parties to rule.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.